Hey guys, and welcome to part 17 of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald. In the last part we finally got to Loveridge Town, and no, we got to Loveridge Town, defeated the gym, and yeah, now we can leave the gym. You're gonna notice something, it's very subtle but it's there, that there's no volume, and there's also two big black bars at the side of the screen again. Pretty much what happened is that, the last part there was no volume, again, very sorry about that, there's no audio, game audio. So yeah, this is kind of the remaining bit, but now, well, hey, we're back to actual good quality. Yeah, I had a lot of problems, but I fixed them all now, so as you can see, it's all lovely widescreen, you can actually hear the game volume. It's fantastic, I mean, it's very nice. But yeah, I felt like I kind of had to include that bit. May gives you the Go goggles, which I don't know what they were. I read them at the time, decided they were no good and I was never going to use them, and that's the end of it, So yeah, now that that's gym's done, we will accidentally go into this house, because I didn't mean to go in there. But what we actually have to do is now go back to Petalburg Gym. We can finally go back to Petalburg. This is actually the right time to do it. It's been a long time coming, but now I'm actually doing the right thing. Or I can finally go versus Dad, if you will. Goddamn bikes, I tell you, you just can't get in those doors with those bikes. So I'm actually going to go on Cycling Road to get back. This woman's like, man, you don't have a bike, even though I was just on a bike, but yeah. Now at this point, there's been such a long gap since I recorded, I can't remember if I've been on Cycling Road before. I think we did? I don't know, there's been a lot of failed recordings, there's been a lot of all that, there's been a lot of nonsense, but yeah, we're on Cycling Road taking on some Magnemites. Very irritating Pokemon to take on. I don't really have anything that's good against Magnemites. I mean, they're still an electric type, so I mean, a ground type would be ideal, but I guess Eric has Mud Slap and Kips have Mud Shot, but I don't actually end up using those attacks for some reason. I don't think so anyway. I just keep sticking on with Headbutt. Because Magnemites are actually pretty cool. Well, they're not that nice to fight, and on Cycling Road you are going to be fighting them a lot, so this is why I skipped a lot of the trainers. Well, there's not that many on Cycling Road, I just skipped a few, so, It's the classic. I do like Emerald, and one of the things I like about this generation, or this game, is how it's designed, how it's like you always go back, and you kind of go back in a circle, and you'll kind of stick to one big area, and you won't necessarily go onto a completely new area, if you know what I'm saying, Like, you come back this way, but they've done it so that it actually is something new for you to do. You're not actually just going to be like, just going through the same route again. You are actually going down Cycling Road rather than, anything else. And you don't even have to go down Cycling Road. Like in the first generation, when I played through Leaf Green for the first time, I didn't go to the Cycling Road at all. You know that big thing on the left, the big cycle place? You don't have to go there, which is kind of cool. So, I mean, there's no areas like this really, but, it's kind of cool. No, I can't dismount my bike here, and I was so happy. I was like, okay, I'll press B. Why am I jumping? You can actually jump on a bike or hop, so I got very excited about this and started hopping everywhere, but that's enough of that. So we're back in Slateport City. I think there's a couple of different ways you can actually go to get back to Petalburg. I think I've got this feeling I'm taking the long way, but it's the way I know, so you just go back and find the old man. Luckily he's just been standing on the beach the whole time thinking, oh, where? I do a nice favour for this guy, and now he's just left me. I just don't believe it. I'm sure he had a nice time on the beach. He didn't die, so sounds like he had a nice time. So here's Drewford Town. We're not going to be stopping here. Yeah, come on, old man. Let's go. We don't want to stay here. This place sucks. There's nothing to do here. Why does he always have to tell his Wingull what we're doing? I mean, I'm the human. Why is he always going, Pickle? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm in quite a good mood. This is the first part I've recorded since coming back to my hometown. Almost said where I live just then, but yeah, it's the first episode I've recorded, so it's kind of cool. It's nice to be back. Gonna get a lot of recording done and a lot of good episodes made. And here we are. You remember this from the very beginning of the game. I've actually come back here like 4 different times in this LP, but I think this is the first one I've actually shown because you're actually supposed to go this way now. And your dad's no longer here, instead we have Green Suit. This gym's pretty cool, actually. I did really enjoy this gym. What this guy's explaining, there's 2 doors, one on the left, one on the right, obviously. And you can actually pick what you want to go up against, so speed room means whatever Pokemon you're going up against is going to be super speedy and you're probably not ever going to get the first hit in. And then if you went on the one on the right, I think it's strength room, I can't really remember. I show all the ones I do, but I don't actually show all the different ones. So yeah, this is a speed one, so he has a Swellow. And again, I'm still using Floss, and Floss is super underleveled here, or just has no chance of being this Swellow. So I just go with Eric. Because of course Swellow is flying type, so any flying type moves or any normal type moves will just do next to none damage against Eric. So even though he is quicker and he's always going to hit every time, it doesn't really matter. I mean, Eric is slow as it is, so not too concerned. Almost done. Well, not almost done, because Randall decided to use a Hyper Potion. Arsehole. Oh well. Again, he does so little damage to me, I can just headbutt him into submission, which is nice. Oh, yeah, that's that done. Pretty much, you're going to want to... well, if you follow me along exactly, then yeah, you want to go to the speed room. But if you're just playing, you want to look at your squad and think, what sort of squad do I have? I mean, is it good against speedy Pokemon? Because mine was, but... So we have 2 options here now. We have Confusion Room and Defense Room. And I hate Confusion. I hate being confused. It's annoying, it's random, it's very annoying. So instead I went for Defense, just because I thought, I'll do okay. So actually in this room we have a Wigglytuff which kills Floss in one, so let's go for Gummy instead. Wigglytuff, I think they're actually alright. I don't think they're that great. I mean, back in first generation I would catch a Jigglytuff, evolve it just to get Flash for the first time. Or whatever that thing that aid gives you, but yeah, this Wigglytuff's kind of tough. Appropriate name, really. And again, Flash missed! Remember in the last part also, where Gummy used Flash and it missed again! Oh, it's just, terrible. Flash, it can't miss. It's a Flash, how can it miss? Although Gummy did its part, I used Poison Sting a few times because I knew whatever attacks I was going to use against Wigglytuff, it wouldn't do that much damage. So instead I used Poison Sting hoping for the poison, and I actually got it. So now all I have to do is pretty much outlast it and wait for the poison to kill Wigglytuff, and then I win. So I'm using Eric again. Decided to hit it with Mud Slap just to lower its accuracy. Mud Slap was never going to do much damage, but you know, lower its accuracy just so Eric can stay alive until it poisons itself to death. It's all very nice. But Wigglytuff has now making Eric fallen in love. I don't really quite know. I mean, is Wigglytuff meant to be cute? It has no nose. I guess stuff with no noses are now cute. I mean, I don't really know. It's all very confusing to me. Pink no noses stuff is now cute. So I'm gonna go heal. Yeah, all my Pokemon are pretty much battered. Or the Pokemon that I want to use are pretty much battered. So one thing you should probably know is that if you can go and fight every single trainer if you want. I mean, you're only required to fight 3 to get to the gym leader, but if you really wish to fight every single trainer, you can actually go in any rooms you want. You can just go back out and go into the other room and then fight that trainer. So don't feel, you know, obligated. If you want to do some training and you want to actually see what everyone has, then go ahead. You know, I don't do that because I think it would be a bit of a waste of time, but sure, you can do that. So this is the last trainer in the gym that we have to fight, and this is one hit KO, so he has a Vigoroth. Yeah, it wasn't too hard this. Again, it wasn't too hard. If in case you're wondering, the type for this gym is normal, so I just sent out Eric, because even though it's trying to slash me and get a one-hit KO, it's just never going to happen. You know, using Slash, which is pretty much the only move it ever uses. I think it may use Focus Energy at some point just to help its critical hit ratio. I think that's what Focus Energy does, but yeah, it's just not going to do anything to me. It's terrible. You're terrible, Vigoroth. Eric is probably the best Pokemon to have for this gym. Although they do the annoying thing of all having Hyper Potions, and it is kind of irritating, but again with Eric is just so good that he can just take all the hits, and no problem. And again, I use Mud Slap to lower his accuracy, so it's never going to hit me that hard anyway. So with the last Metal Core, that's that down, and I'm sorry that this is a short part, it's just the gym leader battle took so long. So I've been Honest123, and the next time we are going to kick Dad's ass. So yeah, I hope to see you then. Goodbye.